Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into the channel. This video that you're about to watch is going to be just a little bit different. And I did not realize that I left that fan on. So this video, sorry about the noise. It's a fan, it's really hot in here. This video is going to be a little bit different than the other ones. We've got a lot of projects that we just didn't finish on the farm. Things change, situations change. We were building a small trailer to take water back to the back of the property in a IBC container. It's like 350 gallons, somewhere in there. Well, our situation changed because then we moved the cows up to the front of the property. So we never really finished that trailer project because we didn't really need to. So I've got a montage here of a bunch of different videos of things we just didn't finish. And I figure I'd go ahead and show all of it to you because that's the reality of a farm, honestly. There's a lot of unfinished projects, as you can see. So I thought I'd share that with you. I'll let you know about it. Let you kind of see some of the unfinished stuff. Obviously, there's a generator project we were doing some repairs on a long time ago. And there is, of course, the trailer video. There's some unloading some lumber. Just general everyday tasks of things that we do on the farm. But like I said, I kind of want you to just see everything. And even the unfinished stuff, I want you to see things that just kind of go wrong, you should say. Again, this is not an incredibly glamorous lifestyle. And with all the things that happen on a farm, I want to be honest with you. I don't want you to just see the good side of everything. I want you to see the ugly and the mistakes and things like that we do. Mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and post this video. It's kind of long. It's about, I think it's about an hour and 10 minutes, I think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and post this video on here. I probably won't be posting unfinished project videos and videos like this on YouTube anymore because I believe I'm just going to get ready to start a Patreon, and I'm going to use that for paid content. And when we do, we'll have a little announcement. I'll probably do either like a little live or a short or something like that. Kind of announce whenever I've got that live up and going. I want to be able to commit and give consistent content and consistent value to people. So that's kind of my plan there. So yeah, enjoy this video. Hope it helps. Like I say, I'll preface it with saying I'm sorry we couldn't finish a lot of these projects, but hopefully you'll get a little something out of each one of them as we go along. So thanks for watching.
I got a trailer right here that I think it's a little jet ski trailer is what I think it is, and it's been kind of damaged, but we're going to try to fix it up. It's got a wheel on this side. It don't have a tongue here, so we're going to have to add a tongue on the front. I'm going to do a little doctoring on this. This will be another video that we're going to do, but I'm going to try to get some parts for it so we don't have to sit and wait. And we got to measure the diameter of this shaft, which, let's see what it looks like. It looks like it's going to be about, I'm going to call that 1 inch. There you go. 1 inch, exactly. Almost right on zero. That's a 1 inch axle, and you see the axle threads are kind of messed up a little bit. Hopefully we can, get that straightened out and kind of clean this up a little bit. And then I got to order a hub for that, just like the other side there. That hub on the other side, it's a little bitty thing. I don't know what it measures, but let's see what it measures right quick. I got my tape measure here. That's an 8-inch wheel. Let's get the size. Yeah, it is. It's 480 by 8 tire. So that's the wheel right there. I got to find a wheel for it. Maybe I can locate one. And 2 tires, because we got to get tires on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this to take our water back to the back to feed the cows, and that's going to be that little watering trough way out there. If you can see that little watering trough right in the center right there. We're going to mount it on this trailer, hopefully, so we can go back to the back. The cows are back there behind those woods, and we can, haul the water on this is what we're going to try to do. So anyway, let me move on. All right. two nice looking wheels and tires for our trailer around there. Let's see. This is that trailer that we was talking about in one of the last videos that we had. It's a little, I think it's a jet ski trailer or something. And it has a wheel on that side. No wheel or hub or anything on this side. But we have ordered, this is not it. This is for another job. Let me get this out of the way. We got a new, two new hubs, bearings, and everything for this thing, for the left and the right side. It also don't have a tongue on the front, so we'll have to weld one on the front, because we're making this to haul our water to the back for the cows. So we'll get started here. And all right, we'll get started here. And first thing we got to do is clean this up because it's a mess. And I'm gonna have to wire brush it. Okay, this had a pretty bad teeter to it, so we'll stick some wood in here to hold it for safety so it doesn't go nowhere. There we go, now it's more steady. Won't rock around on me while I'm working. Alright. 4 bearings. 2 grease seals, and looks like probably 8 lug nuts. I'm not sure how much this costs, but we'll put it in the description below. I'm pretty sure it came from Amazon, but we'll have it on our link so you can see how much it costs and what we got, because we bought new hubs, new bearings. Everything came in the kit. That's pretty neat. I didn't know all that was going to come in, to be honest with you, because all I ordered was the hubs. I'm not sure if it even said on the kit if it was going to have the bearings with it. And again, I'm sorry about the noise, but I've got a fan on. It's about, right now it's 90, about 88 degrees. So I've got a couple of taps here. It's a 1 inch, I know, but I didn't know what thread pitch it is. So what I'm going to do is use the nut, and we'll use it to determine the thread pitch. Because I don't think I've got a thread pitch gauge. Let me see if I do. I might have a thread pitch gauge. Let me go look right quick. Well, I do have a thread pitch gauge, but I just can't locate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these up on there and see if I can determine which thread pitch it is. Well, I can eyeball it and tell it's not that one, because the teeth are really wide on that. I think that's a national course thread. This is a fine thread. Maybe this is an NS. Maybe this is it right here. Pretty rough looking. Let me get the sandpaper in the cloth to clean that up a little better. I need a stop point on the back there for my seal also. That's pretty rough right there. I think I can clean that up and make it will work on this trailer. Because we're not going to be putting this on the road. It'll be going just to the back. I mean, it'll last for years like this. I purchased these. Here it's a 1-inch 14 Smith. It's got 2 nuts, 2 washers, and 2 cotter pins. And I think these came from Amazon as well. If they did, we'll have a link at the bottom of the video for these. For these nuts, they're castle nuts is what they are to go on here to hold this hub on. Threads I think are okay. They just were rusted real bad. I was trying to get it kind of cleaned up. So something we're gonna have to work on. If you notice on this side, you know, I've got let's see, the camera should be pointing at it already. Got a little button right there, and it's lined right up with the spindle. But on that side over there, I don't think it is, because you can see the wheel is set way back under that axe, under that fender. I'm thinking that maybe we're out of line over there, so I may have to do some adjusting over there to get that axle where it's straight. But right now, let's see if we can just put this thing together. First thing I want to do is make sure that this bearing is going to slide up on here, and of course it won't. I got to get this spindle in better shape. Goes all the way to the back now. And we're good. I'm going to tear this other side down just so I can identify the inner part of this spindle, because that other side over there looks kind of, I don't know if that's the race on the very inside edge of that spindle, or if it's just the way it's made. I don't know. We're going to see. Just going to do a comparison of the two to see how they are. Pressure. There we go. Got it off. Took the tire and hub and everything off on that at the same time. Alright. What I was looking at and trying to determine is that little piece right there. That don't look very good. This is rusted up pretty good. That little piece right there, and the bearing has to slide on there and stop against that. Well, the one on the other side is in pretty raunchy shape, as you can see there. I don't know if that's a good picture there. May not be able to see it very good. Let me get a light on here just a little bit. See if I can use my cell phone light to get you a little more light. See how it's all boogered up. But see, it's still got a good flat surface right there against the edge for the bearing to stop against. And all we got to do is the bearing's just basically just got to go all the way up on there like this. And it's got to stop right there. Because see, this inner race in here don't turn. This the bearing and the roller is all that turns. That inner race, the inside part right there, this goes against that and stops. And I think this will work. I think this will work fine. I believe I was wrong about that axle being out of line over there. I think the problem was just the spring was hung up on one side from the load. So it's moved forward now since I've done adjustment over when I made that movement. But all right, we're going to start putting this together now, because the bearing will go on there. I'm going to start assembling this. the assembly process just takes a few minutes. Basically just, I'll show you a couple of ways to pack wheel bearings here. The first way is the old-timey way, and some of you probably already know how to do this, but you basically take the bearing, the dry, clean bearing like this, and you just take a big gob of grease and put it basically in the center of your hand. That's what you do, okay? Just like I'm doing right there. Just kind of gob it in the center of your hand, like getting peanut butter on your hand. And then you just take the bearing and you just kind of rake it through the grease, just ever so gently, just raking. And what'll happen is you're raking it. I don't know if you'll see this. It'll take you just a second here, but as I'm raking, you'll see, you might can see there that the bearing grease is coming through the bearing right there, okay? As I'm just raking it in that groove of my hand, and it's coming out this groove. And this is the old-timey way, okay? This is the way you old-timers did it. It's the way I was taught. Because like I say, I guess I'm an old-timer because I'm 61 years old, and I've been doing this a long time. So you just keep rotating the bearing around until you get all of the bearing full of grease. And there is no need to pack this hub full of grease in here, guys. There just ain't no need to do it. It's a waste of grease because the grease needs to be in the bearing. That's where it needs to be, okay? So don't worry about doing that. Now, I'm gonna get this one all done here. Get this, all greased up good. And we're gonna take another one because I got 4 of them over here, and I'm gonna show you the easy way to do it, and it's the way I do it now because and I don't know if you want to call this technology, because it's not technology, because it's been, I've had this grease packer for probably 30 years, so it's just an easy way to do it. They make them several different ways. They make one that you can put a grease gun on, and actually I think you can fill this one up with a grease gun. I know you can. I'm gonna lay that bearing right there, and then let me wipe my hands off here and get this grease off my hands. And by the way, it comes right off. This grease is kind of a cleaning agent, just like anything else. It comes right off your hands. You see, I got it right off there, no problem. Now, let me move this hub out of the way so I can show you this. This is a bearing packer, and it's pretty cool the way it's made. It's got a grease fitting right there on the top, and you can actually put a grease gun on that and fill it up. See, it's getting low. This thing's low of grease right now, down to here. But you can put a grease gun on that and just fill the bearing buddy all the way back on up. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you how to backpack the bearing the easy way. We just take this and just drop it down in there into that grease. Put this little cone-shaped cover over it. And then all we got to do is, let me get that out of the way, push down with my hand, and that's probably enough right there. Will come out, and if you'll notice, I take the grease bearing out. Now the bearing is actually full of grease. It's all filled up because it pushed. I forced the grease. There's little holes in the top of this, and the grease goes in the center and pushes itself through. Just like I did by manually, but it does it automatically. It's pretty cool the way it does that. Now the neat thing is, if this grease is real cold, if some days it might be 20 degrees outside, it's hard to mash at. Notice I was mashing pretty hard with my hand on that. Well, these have got a little cover that goes over the top. The cover keeps the dirt out of them. It goes right over the top like that, keeps the dirt out. But you also can take it and put your foot on it. You can sit it down on the floor and put your foot right on top and just push with your foot. That way you got a little more pressure to push the grease out with. Makes it a little easier. And then you pull your cover back off. Of course, you want to wipe it back off and get all the dirt out of it. You don't want any dirt to get in that new clean grease. And also you'll notice this stand here. Oh, this one's not like that. This one's solid. I got another one over here. Let me show you how it works. It's kind of the same thing. I've got 2 of them here, and pull this one off right quick. It don't have it either. I got one somewhere, it may be in my drawer in there, that this little stand here, you lift it up and turn it, and it'll get up taller so that it'll stick out the top of the grease gun. But this one here, these just stay up all the time. So, you know, that's but that's so you can use your foot on the top of it to get the grease in there. But I'm gonna grease the rest of these using this packer, because you don't seem to get it on you as bad. I mean, I'm gonna get it on my hands, but not as bad. So what I'm gonna do, since I've done packed this inner one here, I'm gonna just drop it. This is the inner side. I'm just gonna drop it right in there. And I'm just gonna take my hand and put just a little more grease around the bearing there. I just like to make sure there's plenty around the bearing. It don't have to be in the center, and it don't have to be down in the middle of that hub. It just needs to be around the bearing is all, okay? And then it'll work, okay? Put that on there like that. Then we'll take, I think y'all can see that. Yeah, you should be able to. Let me move this back over a little closer just in case. I'll put the bearing in there and I greased it a little bit. Now we've got a grease seal, and there is a grease seal installer, but here's my installer that I've been using for years. Years and years and years, and it works really well. It's called a ball peen hammer. Just kind of hold it on one side, gently tap till you get it down in there, okay? It'll take just a minute. Give me just a minute here. Now, seal's in the back, the bearing is in, and we're ready to install it on the hub. I mean on the spindle, I'm sorry, on the spindle. So let's go ahead and go back to our other bearing, which is right here. Yeah, this one's ready. So now we'll take this one. I'm gonna put just a little more grease in that one just to make me feel better. I'm gonna push down. There we go. Now we got a good little bit of grease in that bearing in there. Makes me feel better. Now we'll lift that little jewel out. I always like to lay them in these little dust cups right here. That way they don't get dirty. Okay, now we've got the hub ready and got this bearing in place and the seal in place. We're just going to slide it up on here like this, gently, to get it all the way to the back. That puts it all the way back where it needs to be. Okay. Now we'll put the inner bearing, which I had done in the cup here. I'm sorry, the outer bearing, not the inner bearing. I can get it out of there. There we go. Goes like this. The cone goes toward the bearing race like that. Now we're going to get a nut and a cotter pin and a washer just out of this little kit here. There's the number on the kit if y'all want to order that. I don't know if you can see it. I'll hold it real still just for a second, let you get a shot of it. You can pause your video and get it. Maybe you can see that all right. All right, here's the washer. Washer goes, it's flat on this side and rounded on this side. Put your rounded side toward the nut, toward the top. Slide it right on there. Screw the nut on, and see now the nut should go right on there with no problem, since I just used the tap a few minutes ago to clean that up. All right. Now you say, how tight does that need to be? Fixing to tell you. Now, the problem with this, 500 people are going to tell you 500 different ways to do this. I'll show you the way I've been doing it for 41 years, and I've never had a bearing come back and fail on me, okay? I'm just going to tell you that. So you can take it just any way you want to. I'll just use my adjustable pliers, and I'll use these side cutters or dikes. We'll take and we're going to tighten this nut. Get all the slack out of it. All we're gonna do is get the slack out of it, okay? Just get all the slack out. Take me just a minute here to get it all the way in. Kind of don't stick out of the hub very much, so I ain't got a whole lot to bite on right there. But that's it. Getting hard to get a bite. There we go. There we go. Now you see what I'm doing? I'm getting all the slack out. There's all the slack. Now I'm gonna back it off just a little so I can turn it with my hand, okay? Turn it with your hand. Now you want to tighten the nut with your hand, as tight as you can get it, and then look real carefully and find out where the hole is in the hub. I think the hole is going to be like right in there. Yep. So you notice I'm backing this off that much. That's okay. We're going to back it off just that much right there, enough that the cotter pin will go through there, and I failed to clean that hole out. There's a little bit of dirt in that hole, but it's okay. It's going together. Now you can do whatever you want to, but I push this up on this side, like this, all the way up, and then I'll just take and clip this side off, if I can. Might not be able to. I can't really get a good bite in this one. It's a little different, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do, instead of clipping that one, I normally clip this side off just so I don't have to fool with it. But I'm going to have to push it up into place too, because it's just not enough room to get in there to the, there, well, it broke off right there. That's okay. All right. I'm going to kind of knock them up there a little bit tighter. Get something to knock it up in there a little bit better. So maybe a little screwdriver or something. I don't recommend using a hammer on the end of a screwdriver, but I'm just going to be gently tapping right here, so this will be okay. And all I'm doing is just bending that cotter pin out of the way. And I'm gonna tell you, you got to get it out of the way, and I'll show you why in a minute. Cotter pin has to be completely out of the way, and it is right there. It's out of the way. It's bent there, and it's out of the way there. Okay, got both sides greased. The reason is because when this cup goes on here, you put this cup on, it'll hit when you're trying to knock it on there. So we're gonna put this on next. Tap the dust cap on. I don't know if I can get it to go. These new hubs are a little bit ornery. And I usually will bend the cap. I'm gonna stop right there and try to tap in right here on this side. Now, there we go. Kind of bent the cap a little bit, but I don't care. If you ain't never seen a bent cap, you ain't never worked on a bearing. Alright, now that's good and solid. Got greased bearing and hub. And we're ready to put that wheel and tire back on, which I don't have. I've ordered a set of wheels for this thing, and I hope they'll be here the next day or so. Okay, what we're doing now is we're going to add a little extension on this, bring it out just a little bit more so we can have room to put a 2-inch coupler on here, so I can pull this with a Polaris or anything for the truck or anything. But I got to cut these off. These don't need to be on here because they're kind of useless. So that's the first thing we're going to do is cut those off. And I'm going to try this grinder here. I never used this cordless one. We'll see if we can cut this on off here. Always wear safety glasses. Now we're gonna have to clean up and smooth this up right here. And then I'm gonna take this piece of scrap right here, piece of scrap metal that we got, and we'll take and cut a piece of it off with our chop saw. We'll chop a piece of it off, and then we're gonna couple it in here, weld it around all the way up out to here. Probably about another foot is what we'll do. Let me do a measurement here and see how a foot's gonna look. Probably look all right. Let me make sure. Let's see. Come out a foot. That's gonna be, it'll be about right. About 12 inches. That'll give us enough room to put a coupler on there real easy, because I don't want it to be too far back, and it pulls better with a little longer tongue too. If we should happen to be on the road for any reason with it, I don't look to be on the road. But another thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put I had to take all these brackets off, because we're gonna make a little frame. It's actually already got a frame here, but I'm gonna probably extend this on out a little more so that the pallet will sit on this all the way. Not sure how I'm gonna do it. It needs to be in the middle of the axle, so it'll be easier to handle. But I'm setting this up so I can actually chop the end off of this, because the end of this metal right here is kind of jagged. It's not flat and smooth, and I want a good flat, smooth, level cutoff. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. But we're gonna check it first and make sure that we are at a 90 degree right here, so I can get a good cut straight, because I want it to attach straight on this outer end when I put this piece on also. So I'm gonna check this with a square. What we're gonna do here is just make sure that we're square with this. It's gonna be hard to do because I got this thing here in the way. It is kind of flat though, so that should be okay. I think I can keep it on that. And we're a little bit off right here, I think. I don't know, it might be better than I think it is. I wish I had a little small square. That's what I need, because I can't get in here to check this. I don't trust that. I think that's leaning forward a little bit. In fact, I know it is. I'd like to get that a little more flat. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. To me, it looks like it's right on the money. I mean, I think I can check it right here like this. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I think it'll be all right. I can eyeball the slot across here and come up through here. So we're just gonna do a quick cut right across there. I say quick, it'll take it a few minutes to do it. So here we go. I've got a leg broke off my plug. See that? That's great. Let me fix that right quick, and then we'll get back to doing this. Okay, we got the end fixed, and here we go. We're gonna start cutting this. I think this is gonna do right. Here we go. I just busted into a million pieces, and I don't know why. I don't understand that. Wow. Must have been a cheap rock. I don't know. It just busted into a million pieces. That's crazy. It's wonder I didn't get hurt, but it didn't. It just hit me right in the chest, right in the ear, and just bounced right off. That's crazy. Well, I guess got to get another blade to go on this thing to cut with. So, all right. side a little bit, smooth it up, and then I'll take and cut the other piece over there. I think I'm gonna try to cut it with maybe just maybe a sawzall with steel cut blade. I try that; it'll probably be a little bit easier. So let me clean this up just a little bit. Like I say, not perfect, but I think it'll work. I got this marker today, and I don't know if I really know how to use it. I think you have to mash down or something. Start writing. Maybe. There it goes. There's a white mark. There. There's 3 sides. My safety glasses on and my helmet again. I'm not really excited about wearing the helmet again, like I say, but it protects my ears. And I'm telling you, it's super loud. So, here we go. Sorry about the fan, y'all, because it's really hot. I'm going to run the fan, and we're going to cut. Here we go. all that impressed with this marker from Milwaukee. We'll let y'all review this if you want to. We'll put this on our side as well. Try to find a place where you can purchase it. I purchased it locally at a store, and you have to mash down on it, to make it start making ink. It says it'll write on anything, and it does mark. I mean, but this is old dirty metal, so I don't know how well that's going to work. Okay. For this 1 foot piece of metal right here to go in the front of that trailer over there. So now we'll go fit it on the front. We've got to get the welder set up and get this good straight. I'll show you how we do that. So here we go. Start recording. Okay, I've got these Lincoln magnets here, and open these up. We've had these for a while. I just had never used them, but I think they'll do what we're going to do here. Maybe we'll see. I'm going to put this up here like this. We're going to match it up, and hopefully we can use this to hold those two together and get it straight. That's the plan anyway. Looks pretty good right there. If it'll just hold, we go get one of the clamps. I don't trust just the magnet. Just the hair. It'll be just like that. That's square. That's square. It's pretty flat. Got to weld that right through there, tack it, and we'll weld the other side the same way. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. Yeah, it ain't moving. It's got it. All right, let's try that. Let me get my welder set up. Now it's going to be very noisy because I got to crank a big generator here. We don't have power here at the farm, so I'm running the generator right now outside that's running the air conditioner in my camper. So I got another big generator here we're going to hook straight to it with this, so we won't have an extension cord on it. Because they recommend that you don't run these welders on the extension cord, so going straight to the generator. Hopefully it'll crank. I hadn't used this generator in a few weeks, so we'll see. Here we go. All right, as you can see, I'm not a professional welder. I'm self-taught. Looks a little dauber looking, bad, but I guarantee you I can grind that down so it'll look just like. I gotta weld the bottom of it, which I'll have to flip this thing over and I'll get some help to do the bottom side, and we'll be done with this. Then we can get us a receiver put on here to or a hitch, or we have a receiver, I guess you call it. Go on it. goodness. Oh. So, there you go. Okay, it's Friday afternoon, and I'm fixing to go down here with this tractor, these forks, and I'm gonna go unload all of that wood right down there, get it off that trailer, and I'm gonna try to move most of it down there to that barn. I know you can't see it. We've got a secondary pole barn down there, close to the chicken houses right there. I'm gonna try to put this wood down there under it to get it out of the weather, because it is a treated lumber, but it still twists and turn, and of course some of it's already twisted anyway. But anyway, that's what we're doing. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this lawnmower out of the way, and I'm gonna put them right there. Okay, I didn't get to video it all because I was by myself, but I was using this tractor right here, and what we did, came down here and cleared up this side of the bank right here. You couldn't see, it's just like that right there, all built up and grown up. And I came down here with a tractor just a little bit ago. I probably could have set up a time lapse, but I didn't do it. Just cleaned this bank off right here, all the way around to right there. And you can see, now we can see the creek. There's actually a creek there. We never get to see it because it's always blocked with all these limbs and trees and everything. But see, now we're pretty clear. We come right across here and we can see all of it, and you can see actually the two culvert pipes there. And next thing I'm going to do is get on the other side with the tractor over on that side over there and clean this bank right here, get all this cleaned up so you can see all of this. This will be real pretty, and I'll work on that some when I'm down here by myself again. And I'll do this right here, and I'll knock this bank off right here and get this smoothed out so it'll look better and kind of straighten the creek out. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but right down here on this end, right in there, right in there, there is a, if it'll focus on it, there's a big pile of tree limbs in the way, and I got to get them out, and I'll work on that next. So anyway, starting to look good, starting to shape up. This is really pretty right here. When we get it cleared up, I'm gonna get it where it's looking good. Nice to have this big tractor to work with. You know, of course, we're working on the pole barn right now up here, but when there's nobody here, like today, I didn't have anybody working with me, just me by myself. I was able just to run the tractor, so that's what we did. So hope you enjoy. Like and share. Anyway, if you don't get to do that, just if this is a short, you watch the short. Have a good day. Okay, what we had to do today, this crank on this jack quit working. I can't get it to go up any higher. I mean, it's like killing me. So I brought the tractor around here to pick it up in the air. I'm gonna let the truck back just a little bit so I can drop the trailer onto it. This trailer is heavy, and I'm not able to pick it up by hand. So, you know, maybe right there. Let's see what that does. This locks down. All right, now we're hooked up and ready to go. It's gonna pull around to the back, so we'll be ready to go when it's time to leave. Should be okay, unless I hit that blue tractor right there. It's not the plan, but you know. Okay, what I've done here is pull the tractor, the generator around here with the tractor. It's on a pallet. We got a problem with it. It's the what's the thing called? I done forgot. Predator, the Predator 9500. It works real good, but there's a carbon monoxide sensor inside in here, right in the front, and it's giving us some problems. So we're going to disable it. This is as per a video I watched on YouTube. Guy shows how to do it. It's not really hard. I just got to round up all the tools, and I forget where they're at. They're in this trailer right here. So you'll have to hang on just a minute. What I do every day every time I come down here, and I've had to work by myself. This is what I do. can see, I need to clean my tool tray off and put my tools up. I got so many tools I don't even know what I'm working with. This. I need a 10 millimeter. I don't know if I got one. There's an 8. Let me take that just in case. But I also need a 10. This is a 10 on a 3/8 drive. We'll just use it if that's what size it is. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Okay. All we do now is come over here. Alright. Now, I'm going to take the cover off of this. And it's not 10, it must be 8. That's the worst ratchet on the planet here to do this with. Big old ratchet. I do. Got to get the cover off here. It's stuck. Come on, get the cover. There. There's the sensor right there. And the 2 wires to it. And we got a little problem because mine's got a bunch of wires going to it. There's the sensor. I gotta go look and see which color wires it is in the video again. I didn't see what color the wires are. See, this thing has, on the back of it, there's 6 wires coming out. And this is all 6 of them. And there's 3 that are exposed. I know it's one of these 3 because I saw it in the video, but he didn't bother to tell us in the video which color wires you're supposed to bypass. On this side, you're supposed to bypass 2 of these to bypass this carbon monoxide sensor. So I'm gonna find out which 2 it is, and I'll get back in just a minute. Okay, we've arrived, and went and got by and got breakfast. I got 2 helpers that's going to help us today They'll be starting out with us and trying to get some things started this morning. It's really cold out here, about 37 degrees, and a lot colder than I like, to be honest with you. But I got to go back here and get the generator started. Let me get the lights on. We have a solar system that we can remotely turn on right here. Pretty cool, and it gets his lights on. Boom, there's our lights. And this one's for the heaters. Right here, I'll take it with me. Jeremy, my son, he really likes this electronic stuff. It makes it easier to have to go around and turn all the heaters on and everything. This is one heater right here in the hallway that we'll fire up because it's really cold this morning. We'll fire this one up, and here's our shop area. This one here, we'll fire it up too. But I got to first crank the generator, so we'll do that because we have no power here. So, I'll do that right now. Nice day. Sometimes you might even see a deer out here. I've had that happen, so I was just going to take a glance before we get going too much. Don't see anything yet. Generator has what looks like is I think we got a full tank, so ready to start. This is a Harbor Freight generator that really does the job for us. And let me see if I can find the button here. And she don't want to start this morning. I guess I'll have to do a pull start today. So that's what I'll do. Okay. Guess I'll pull start it today. That's something to do this. Usually cranks pretty easy. We'll see. There she goes. Turn the choke off. And she's humming away. Usually has a pretty good battery, but it's so cold this morning that I guess the battery's down. I don't know. We might even have a bad connection problem. I don't know because we've been using it for a while. All right. Let me figure out which button to hit here to turn the heat on. Let's try that one. Nope. That one. I think this remote may be dead. I think it is. All right, I'm gonna go over and just turn them on manually because it's cold this morning. I think we got so much cold weather and everything's dead. This one here, we just have to go over here and mash. Well, oh, there we go. It's on, I think. There it goes. There goes that one. It got a little delay for some reason. That's what threw me off. This one back here don't have a delay. It starts right up immediately, so we'll get it warm in here and then we'll get started. Okay, here's number 2. There we go. And we got heat there. It takes a minute to get it warm in here, so here we go. See if I can get it warm in the camper because it's cold. Well, we got a nice little camper here. This is what kind of got me started doing this video work. Is I started watching a lot of camping videos, and Been kind of watching their techniques, and hopefully we're going to be able to do the same thing. We'll see. Okay. Whew, it's cold this morning. First thing we're going to do is we'll have to check the Victron system and make sure it's working. So I will have to stop this video to do it. So let's just check it right quick and I'll be right back. Okay, the batteries are showing at 90%. I don't know why they're so low, but they are. Let's get this thing on. Heat. There we go. Just came on. Nice one, as you can see. Let's see if it's going to be warm enough here in a minute, because we got to eat breakfast in here, so we'll get going after we eat breakfast.